bread is here! Can you believe it? They were just about to throw all this away. What a waste. Hello. Good evening. Oh, excuse me. It has been a busy day. It's been a busy day. How is everybody today? Hopefully everybody has been having a good Sunday. Oh. Okay. Let's put you over there, Bernard. Also, I forgot to to do a dote to get the lagginess out of there. Let's do that real quick. Hi, Wandering Hero. How we doing? A little bit of a lag. Give it a second. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Just get that slow one out of there. Hello. We'll turn the lights down on here. Oh. Jester just got home. Hello, Jester. Hello. Hello, Lynn. Hello. Let's check in. Do away with the table and the chair. Let's get a closer personal again. I'm so tired. Oh.
The bread is here! Can you believe it? They were just about to throw all this away. What a waste.
Hello. Thank you. And also, thank you, Bitter Renegade, earlier for the heckin' sub. I know you're not here anymore, but hello. How are you today? Oh! Okay. Yeah, we can be Polo for now. Oh. Hello, everybody. I've had a day. I've had a wonderful day today. I slept in. My wrist hurt real bad. And then I had eggs. I had eggs and tea. Honestly, not really great. Weekend was horrible. And things have gotten so bad at home, I have to get out and leave. Trying to find a new place to live, just trying to keep steady and hang in there. I am so sorry. I definitely hope things get better for you, Wandering. That sounds rough. Yeah, you like gum. Yeah, you like gum. Pet. But yeah, no, I hope it gets easier for you. I'm so sorry that things are rough in your neck of the woods. It's not easy. And it's especially, like, anxiety racking when you have to, like, when there's a potential that you need to move. Because, like, it's a huge change. I remember when I had to... Well, thankfully, it wasn't out of a situation like what you were in. I just didn't want to be where I was anymore. And I was like, well, let me simply, figure out document stuff. Like, I didn't just move. I moved to a whole other country. I was done. Oh. But it was still really nerve-wracking going the route that I did. Howdy gonna lurk while drawing? It's a pretty cool school project. Oh. Well, not dump the drama here and bring people down. Gotta try to get some comfy. Yeah, comfy vibe. Comfy vibe. We're gonna try at least. Depending on, like, where my brain goes, we might watch a video or two. Probably nothing, like, super long, like yesterday. Like, nothing in, like, the 20-30 minute sphere, because I talked, like, 3 times the length of the video. I definitely want to try doing a little bit more React content, but not, like, go too ham. But yeah. It's it's because the YouTube chat's a little on the slower end. That's why. It's a good thing I've got this at least. But yeah, heckin', I woke up a little late. I had a bit of a late breakfast. And heckin', I had some tummy problems, but that's not new. And then, earlier today, like I said yesterday, I heckin' recorded my demo reel with Scylla. And they're a wonderful director. They help so much. Like, I thought we were gonna be like working at it for like hours. I don't know what I was expecting in terms of how long it was gonna take. But we only I feel like we yapped more than actually recorded the demo reel. We recorded one of them because I'm doing an animation and a interactive demo reel. And I'm so like nervous with live direction because I've never like officially been in a booth with like a director, and considering that Scylla does directing, and getting immediate feedback and like hearing like how much they like my takes and stuff. Like we were done in 45 minutes doing like, and I know at the end of the day, demo reel's only like about 10 lines and stuff, but still, it was like, whoa, you know? So it made me really happy to hear that they liked my takes, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. Heckin', like many projects I'm working on, it will unfortunately cost a bit, but thankfully people are being very accommodating, letting me pay in installments, because goodness, things are expensive. And with how things are going lately, it's a little stressful. Like, I was, because Scylla and I, don't talk one-on-one as often as we'd like. We just like took time to like catch up and talk about things that have been like going on with us and what's been on our minds, and it's really, really fun, and I definitely love having the one-on-one. And hecking the fact that it was just like, yeah, I'm worrying about like adult money problems and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, me too. I too worry about adult money problems, and heckin' having very dependable partners who want to help us, but we're too stubborn and want to be like, no.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yup.
No help. Just pet. Just pet. Just give pet and no help. No help. No help. Just pet. No shoutouts whatsoever to Adult Money October. There she is. The muse. Oh my goodness. I hate that it's because of money that things go so slow. Like, I already knew what I was signing up for, being like a VTuber and everything and stuff. So I knew things were like, well, if you want to get things moving, you gotta pay people, because people need to, you know, money for their stuff, and obviously. But I normally don't move things forward until I know I can cover rates, or at least installments. So one of the reasons it takes me so long is because I like knowing that once it's time to be like, hi, I've gotten this done, let's move forward, I can pay you now. Because I'm always about like, let me pay you now. Now I pay. I am here. Hi, Eggy. Hello. Until you pass out? Oh, well, we're having such chill vibes because of heckin' this music. Hold on, let me... Okay. We're having such chill fucking vibes. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I fell asleep. Which won't be long. Yeah, exactly. Which won't be long with the music. Like, I was really heavily considering not streaming. But because I finished, I'm gonna chew on gum. I'm gonna have a gum. I'm gonna have a gum. Because we finished like talking and recording. It was like closer to, when was it? When did I send the group chat? What? Okay, about 3:30. About 3:30. About 3:30, we finished and like sealed everything done. So then it was like I needed to grab something from the grocery store because one of my nails was starting to break. And at first, I was gonna remove all of my nails. I was gonna cut them all. I have a little like acetone thing where you just stick your finger in it, let it soak, and then like it's got bristles so you can like scrubby all the stuff off gently. It actually did a really good job. And then I just like, you know, buffed my nails a little bit. And like it looks great. Like holy shit. I was thinking of doing that with the rest of my nails, but honestly, I think I'm gonna let them grow out a little bit more. And then when I cut them, file them down, buff, do the fucking acetone thing again. I go much longer period not getting my nails done. Like, when did I get these done? I got these done just before that wedding that Jester and I went to. So it's been... that wedding was literally a month ago. Literally a month ago. Most people get their nails figured out and refreshed like 2 to 3 weeks. It's been it's been a month. And I'm just like, no, I don't wanna. But they look so nice when they're done. And as someone who like is like letting myself like me and treat myself and stuff, I really don't do this often. Like having them like long and glittery and pink is like really, really, because like my hands, because I've always been working and worked in services, like when I was at the cafe, like exposed to a lot of chemicals and stuff like that, and I can't really work with gloves. My hands have been through a lot. So to me, my hands look like old lady hands. I'm self-conscious of my hands. But when I have nails on, it just feels nice. I'm just like, wow, my hands look so cute. And it gives like a little feel-good boost. But I also know that like, thankfully, because I keep it relatively simple, it's only ever cost like $50. 50, maybe 60 if I want to be like, can you make it look like a watermelon? Or like a strawberry? That was so far my most popular. It was like the strawberry nails. But thankfully, like, some of the nail places here are pretty darn affordable. But it's still something that I don't do. Like, I maybe do once a month, every other month. Because I do worry on how it makes my nails look, on how much it, like, affects them. I don't know what I'm gonna do after these nails come off. Going to go stare at the moon. Why are you gonna go stare at the moon, Aggie? Why are you gonna stare at the moon? It's right there. Right there. It's right there. I can't see the moon. It's not dark enough here yet. Did it explode? Hey, what happened to the moon? It's a full moon over a giant flat body of water. Oh. I'm guessing you're East Coast then, because it's not dark here yet. It's like, it's still bright. Well, as bright as a... It's actually really smoggy. Not smoggy. Hazy. Hazy. Because heckin'... When I went outside to go get, like, the heckin' acetone for this, it was like, bruh. It was like, bruh. Heckin'... It smelled like a grill before you put anything on it. That's what it smelled like. That's what it smelled like. You're so bouncy, Bernard. So bouncy. That wildfire that we've been keeping an eye on, it seems like... Let me actually look. It's still not been windy, but I think... Would it be safe to say that it's out of control? Or still, like, under control? Oh, fuck, what? Wildfire? Yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to, like... Where's our area? Where's our area? Where's the city? Okay, so this fire is still considered out of control.
It spread a hectare in a day. It's
yeah,
pretty in control now.
Yeah, it's just the map still says it's out of control.
Because it's not out.
Yeah.
And because control is considered, I made a campfire. And then I put out the campfire. Out of control is, this fire is not in a container.
Okay.
It's the best way to put it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
A little bit. Either way, the places went from evacuation order to evacuation alert. So they've taken out the get out now. So I think it's relatively we got lucky. We were pretty lucky. I thought these were multiple fires over the years. Wait.
Another area was threatened with a wildfire, which I think may have been another arson threatening.
Oh, God.
But it never, I don't think it happened.
Thank God. Yeah, so the thing is... One second, because it looks like my... Let me just refresh this real quick. My chat box is a little laggy. Okay, well, either way. Heckin'... So... Murdoch, I think Eggy's joking. BC goes through wildfires every year in summer. They're not wildfires that have been going on for multiple years. That's not how that works. But there was a wildfire about a half an hour drive from our area. And there was a possibility that if it spread and got too out of control, that we might have had to evacuate. But thankfully, it seems like for the most part, things have gotten under control. The fire has grown very, very minimally. It's not been that windy, so thankfully that's also kept things from spreading. It was at a rank 4 out of 6. It has gone down to about a rank 1, which is good. And it's just a matter of hoping that it rains or hoping that they're able to put it out. And then we go through there. If you look at the BC wildfire map, I'm not going to tell you what area to look at, but there's a lot of wildfires. Little ones, brush fires, massive fires. They're everywhere. It's unfortunately pretty common with BC. Whether it be thunderstorms, whether it be pieces of glass that reflect sunlight, that magnify sunlight and things set on fire, or the fucking arsonists. That was something we had to worry about yesterday. There was a fire that was started purposefully on one of the hills that thankfully they stopped really early. But there are people going around starting fires, and some people are just fucked. So we're just in that situation where until we get some rainstorms or snow, which won't be for a while, but still, some parts of Canada have already gotten snowed. We just hope that it doesn't, hit us. And then we're just kind of there, Understood. Glad it's not helped headed Yale's way. I remember seeing videos of people trying to start fires again after the shit that went down. Yeah. No, again, there are some people out there. I don't know why. They want to start shit by starting fires. And it's very sad. Because these are, people lose their homes. Literally, some people just want to watch the world burn, and it kills me too, because again, it's you hear about the people who have lost their homes, where it's we've lost everything. It's all gone. It's gone. There's nothing left. The house is gone and been leveled by the fire. Everything inside was burned to a crisp. They have nothing. They'll have if they were able to pack things into a car and leave, it's all they have. And again, sometimes if the fires spread really quick, they don't have enough time. It's get in the car and go. There is no grab your shit and let's go. It's just the clothes on your back, wallet, phone, and keys, and go. And I can't imagine what that must be like. I can't imagine what that'd be like. I had a family whose house caught on fire. Thankfully, they had great insurance and had some things salvageable and rebuilt, but goddamn, yeah. And this is that case for us, we live in an apartment complex. If something happens to this building, there's no other building for us to go to. What are we gonna do, I have to actually look at our insurance. I'm pretty sure it covers wildfires. It covers damages and stuff. But it's always good to double check and make sure it's in your insurance policy. I think we have coverage of up to 2 million in damages. But I already know that if something were to happen, we'd have to wrangle with the fucking insurance company. In Spain, there's areas meant to be nature and not able to build on gets burnt down. Then it turns into good to build and fires start and end right on patches just before houses start. Yeah. God. Oh, I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. I'm excited to hear it. I don't know when it's gonna be done because I also have to like pay the guy that's mixing it, and thank God I it's someone who's worked with my voice too, so it's like, oh, okay, good, thank you. You've experienced my screeching. But I have, so people burn them down on purpose to build. Oh, Stella, mwah. Hello. I was just talking about how like I'm so excited, and I'm like, yeah, like legit. I got some stuff done. Also, that little like acetone pot that has like, you stick your finger in it and then you kind of just finger it until it like takes the acrylic off your nail. First off, works wonderfully. I buffed out the gel polish and then I just kind of just boop my finger in there, and then like every 5 minutes I just did a little woo 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 woo, and then 5 minutes and a woo 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 woo, and then another 5 minutes and a woo 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 woo, and you know, I cleaned it up, I buffed it. No more gel, no more acrylic on my nail. My nail actually looks pretty damn good. Like, they work. And it's such an easy, lazy thing. I need you to send me that. Yeah, hold on. Let me get you the link right now, hon. It was like, it's like ozone acetone. It is 100% acetone, and it dries the fuck out of your fingy. But, it's it's good. Onyx, that's what it's called. Onyx. Like, you still have to soak your finger in it for like, it says like 15 to 20 minutes. But like, I did a good bit of like initial buffing with the gel removal and just did a little bit of additional filing to get some of that acrylic stuff off. And then yeah, just letting it soak and then just kind of whoop 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 in there, and yeah, no, it did great. I have to trying to see the exact one. It's a remover jar. There we go. It's a remover jar. Here, I'll send you that one instead. I know it's a Walmart link, but it's just that. So it's a little jar. It's got like, it's filled with acetone and it's got a plastic bitty in it with like these very soft bristle brushes, and then you stick your finger in there. You have to do it one at a time, so it's gonna still take forever. But it's a lot more like you can multitask and stuff with that. Like, I could see you like one hand like sanding dice and the other one and just has the little finger poked in, like waiting for your nail to like come off. It worked really well. It worked really well. My first time doing it, and I'm pretty damn impressed. I'm pretty damn impressed. But I also like, again, I let it take as much of its sweet time as possible. And then yeah, at first I was gonna do all of my nails, but then I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna let my other nails kind of grow in a little bit more, and then once they're long enough that I can just cut most of it off and not have to worry about it being an acetone for that long, then I'll do it. But yeah. But yeah, I was also saying how I was really excited about today, and it was really happy and really fun working with you, and I'm so excited to hear things out. But then I'm also like, oh my god, I wish I could get things done faster, but things cost money. Things cost money. Why do we need money? Oh my goodness. it's really, 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 really exciting to get things done. But I also know, like, I'm not in any rush for anything. I'm just kind of just chilling. Because money is one hell of a motivator. I know, run away, but still. Heckin'. It's also just a stressor. Because it's like, when you have money, it's like, oh yeah, I can do stuff. But then it's also like, I only have so much. Because you can't pay in fish. Yeah, you can't pay in fish. Can't pay in fish. Like, wish I could. It does make me sad though, because it's like the one nail that I had to do, like, it was just starting to crack. And it was like, what are you doing? Why are you cracking? Like, I didn't, like, freaking bang you against anything. Me when I spend $6 on my tamales. No, when I have to spend $2 on tostones, and it's just like, no, I just want these. Because, bruh, $2 tostones is crazy. Well, I mean, it's like, because it's more like crisps. It's more like crisps than actual tostones, you know? Like, it's not like authentic tostones where, like, you take the plátano and then you do con el tostonero, you do the flat. Mejor te los hago con plátano maduro. Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, like, no, because here's the thing. Now, this is where we have to differentiate. O mano seca y sin estufa. No, porque la cosa es, there's a difference. Because when I grew up, plátano maduro was when my mom would let the plátano ripen and get really, really soft. And then she would cut it into, like, slivers. Into, like, not slivers, but, like, into long slices. She would cut the banana in half, like, long ways, like hot dog way. And then she'd cut those halves into 4, so each banana would make 4 of these. And then she would pan fry them. And they would get crispy and really sweet and syrupy. I had no idea tostón was food. That's the word we use for something that is boring. So, are we about to just have a Spanish stream? But they'd get crispy and really sweet. And when I was younger, I didn't like them. But as I grew older, I was like, I remember when I visited my mom and I was like, Mommy, can I have like mango y plátano maduro? And like, or just as I got older, I was just like, can I have like sweet plantain? And my mom made it that way, and now it's like the best ever. They have plantain here, but it's Jamaican plantain. It's not Dominican plantain, so it's fine enough. But they sell it already kind of ripe. So I can only do it for maduro, but that's what I know is Spanish maduro. And then tostones. Why does my tail never turn the color it's fucking supposed to? I gotta look at, like, mix it up and figure out what's up with that. But my mom, she would take the plátano and she would just cut it into, like, circles. And then diagonal circles. And then there was a tostonero, which was like 2 planks of wood with a circle divoted in it. And you would flatten it. You'd make pretty thick cuts and you would flatten it and it would become like an oval. And from that, it would become like, one second. I think it's, all right, let me see what happens if I kick this out. Let's see what happens if let's say I wanna make it green for now. I'm testing this out. Click. Okay, so it is click. Oh. Okay. All right, there we go. But yeah, she'd get the tostonero. Wait, Bernard, what the fuck? Bernard, what happened to you? Bernard, what the fuck? What happened? Why do you look like that? Oh my god, what happened? Oh, that was what happened. Okay, thank fuck. Alright, Bernard, why are you... Bernard, get you back where you gotta be. You reverted to egg. Yeah, seriously. But heckin', yeah, we would do that. And from there, you would also fry them. She would deep fry them. And then we had
You did that to me, mother.
But there's mango. And then there's mango. I wonder, cause I would love if this could like translate. Twitch translation, select caption settings. Select language to translate to. Oh. Let me see what happens if I hit English and then save. And then dashboard. Y cuando comienzo a hablar, yo no sé si lo traduce. No lo quiere traducir. No, it's not doing it. No, it's not doing it. Oh, credits are required. What the fuck are the credits? What the fuck's that even mean?
Fried plantains slap. The soft inside with a slightly crisp outside are great. Especially when paired with eggs and a little bit of sour cream.
Oh yeah, no, again, it's absolutely lovely. It's absolutely lovely and totally worth. What is that one thing? Dababel? Dababel. Real time. Speak any language. Near real-time text and voice translation for calls, meetings, travel, and gaming. Available on all devices. Source, English translation. Speaker. Oh, coming soon for OBS, so not quite yet. Ooh, the moment it does, though. The moment it does, we are absolutely going to be using that to, like, maybe translate for streams and stuff. Get, like, Spanish subs. Or, like, if I do more Spanish, pa que traduce en inglés. Y esa es la cosa que también me enseñaría. Porque si tengo a Dean y a Runaway en el stream, posiblemente para ver cuál español entiende más, ¿verdad, Babel? Para ver cuál de nosotros hablamos el mejor español. Para que después Runaway puede decir que todavía hablo como un fucking campesina. Yo no pienso que hablo como campesina, pero de verdad yo ni sé cómo se sueña. ¿Cómo se suena de qué campesina? But yeah, fried plantains do fried plantain. Fried plantain. Y'all gonna make me have to learn Spanish. It wouldn't be. It's Lynn. We just I'll have English subtitles. And then you don't have to worry because it will translate them for you, and it'll be like I only got like an eighth of that. It's fun. I used to be like, I only know Spanish and not think it was cool. Because I was like, tons of people know Spanish. There's nothing special about me knowing Spanish. And then when you have that little weeb phase where you're like, I don't want to know my other language. I want to know this language that I'm not going to be able to speak to anybody because I'm not in Japan. So no, I'm trying to remember. What always gets me with Japanese is the sentence structure. Like Japanese makes no sense. I mean, it does to them. Like there was a word for language specifically. Demo. Demo wasurechatta. その言葉に。その。No. Yeah. It's left me. I could hear it and get a little bit of understanding, like very, very little. Speaking it is a whole other beast. Girl, you talk Spanish with Dina so often. I don't wanna with the, well, I guess I'm technically here anymore. Just gotta find the time. If it helps, Tristan Jester's been with me for 10 years and he's still like, he can understand some Spanish. He understands like a good little bit of Spanish, but again, speaking it is a whole other beast. Pero la cosa es una cosa para saber la idioma por oído y entenderlo, y otra cosa para hablarlo, porque también al mismo tiempo la manera en que uno habla español versus como uno habla en inglés es diferente. Y por eso coge tiempo para uno aprender la idioma. Like, something I want to do one day, again, is I want to get, like, a gaggle of people who speak Spanish, and I want to be like, let's have a Spanish Ay. My head is so big. Sup, chillers and chillets. Hello, Rikahan. How we doing today? Duolingo bird rapidly improving. Yeah. Today's just the amount of chill that I need. Oh, wait. Oh, did the pats not happen? Hold on. That should be working. 1 second. I know for a fact they should work. Don't worry, we don't say slurs. Well, I don't like... Spanish doesn't really have about who though. Hold on, I'm gonna fix the polo pad. There we go. Who do you want it to be? Yo, the vibes. I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to take a gummy. Guys, chat. No, just Squackers, Dean, and me, Rabbit Mystic. Take it. Take the gummy? Is Runaway enabling me to take the gummy? Take gummy? Consume gummy? Do it! Gummy time! Is it gummy time? Take half the gummy. Hey, I'm suspended. Go stupid. Gummy? Okay, hold on. Let me get my gummy bucket. You guys are gonna help me. I'm gonna get my gum bucket. My gum bucket. Let me move this plate. My gum bucket. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so guys. So first off, you guys, I know you can't see it, and I'm sad that you guys can't, but I have these beautiful, I think I've talked about them before. I have these beautiful crocheted flowers. I've got Aerith's Lily from Final Fantasy VII, and I've got a Silent Princess, and I got these from that con I guested at Tsukino Con when I guested there. They're so beautiful. And I'm so happy I got the Aerith flower because she was the artist. She was sold out. And I was like, if she's got it on her website, I have to buy it. It doesn't smell like anything, but I still sniff. Okay, sorry. I'm being silly. Okay. It smells like yarn. Okay. So I've got my bucket. I've got my gummy bucket. It's not full of just gummies. So guys, I have a s'mores chocolate here. I have 2, in fact. They're 10 milligrams. Una gomita de los picapiedras? No, la gomita de la picapiedras. Es la gomita de THC. ¿Qué? Me voy a hacer la chiripiorca. Okay. La pastillita de Lucifer. How much does Nightmare take? He takes too much is what he fucking takes. So here's the difference between me and Nightshade. First off, I ask what the fuck is in a thing before I eat it. They make Flintstone gummies? Oh, they do, but those are like vitamin gummies. Those aren't like get high gummies. Because those are for fucking kids. Those are for kids. So, okay, I have a s'mores. I have 2 chocolate s'mores. It's a little chocolate square or a circle. It has 10. It has 10 milligrams, and these are a blend. And then I've got a red gummy, which I think is cherry, an orange gummy. Both of these are 10, specifically indica. Yeah, so I have 2 oranges and 2 red gummies. I also have the drinks, but the drinks I haven't had yet, but I have them. So I have those. I have a chocolate chip cookie. Like, I have a chocolate cookie. So I have a chocolate chip cookie. That one is also a blend and is 10 milligrams. I have another peanut butter cup. So it's a chocolate peanut butter cup. It is also 10 milligrams, and it is also a blend. And then I have a green gummy. I have a green one. I don't know what this flavor is, but it's called the green one. And it's 10 milligrams. I have another green one. And then I have two blueberry ones. And these are both 5 milligrams. There's 2 in there. And each one, for the blue one, I have essentially I have 2 packs of blueberry. And in the blueberry ones, there's 2 gummies. And they're each 5. So if I wanted half of my usual dosage, I could take a gummy. I could take just one blueberry. But I have blueberry. Everything else is a single serving with 10 milligrams. I've been trying THC gummies for the first time and recently made the mistake of trying 30. Oh, honey, no. No, you need to start small. You need to start small. 30 milligrams, not 30 gummies. Yeah, no, 30 milligrams is a lot. 30 milligrams is a lot. So first off, here's what I will say as someone who takes edibles and is usually just take your weight in gummies, usually worries about like going overboard because I never want to be too like zooted out. So first off, I think the lowest I've ever seen an edible have is 2.5. 2.5 is like a nice buzz, a nice little like chill vibe. The first time I took 5, that one got me pretty zooted because that was my first time doing it. I'm also pretty short. And also if you take it after eating, it's gonna hit harder because your body is digesting and it like tends to like course through you. You're tempted to do one too. I love 2.5 for a little edge off. Exactly. 2.5 is good when you kind of want to be like a little zooted, but still be able to kind of be productive, you know? When you just want to like loosen up is when 2.5 is good. 5 is when you want to be zooted for a couple hours, like maybe 2-3 hours, and you're just kind of be chilling. 10 for me is usually I'm gonna be zooted for like the next 4 to 5 hours. Like this is gonna become a zooted stream, a zoot stream. As an ER surgeon who talks a lot with anesthesiologists, this is amusing to hear. Again, this is based on my experience. 10 is when I'm vibing. Exactly. Like this is based on my experience. As someone who has also done macro dosing for therapeutic reasons, things like MDMA, under supervision, and like psychedelic shrooms, again under supervision, the dosages are usually within like the 20-30, because those are supposed to be like, you're supposed to be out for like 4, 5, 6 hours, and again those are for more therapeutic purposes. Those are for therapy, and are one of the reasons where like my treatment had to do with those, and it kind of opens you up, kind of gets rid of all those like hindrances weighing you down like mentally and like I guess spiritually in a way, if we wanted to go there. And I find that THC edibles kind of put me in a similar thing, but not exactly the same. I'm still pretty cognizant when I'm under these. It's just I'm also like I'm flying away. If we compare this to wine, how buzzed is 5 milligrams? I would say 5 milligrams. This is a little bit hard. This is a little bit hard because we're going by like everyone's tolerance is different. Everyone's tolerance is different. And that's that thing where like for me, 5 milligrams is like 3 shots of vodka for me, or like 2 cocktails, or like or maybe like 2-3 wine glasses is kind of what 5 milligrams feels to me. But again, drunk and high are also different. They're not the same feeling. So it's also not the fairest comparison, you know? I tried THC sodas, the stuff called Fleur de Lis, drank 15 milligrams, and it was completely ineffective. 30 on the gummies, as stated, went too far, and then I lowered to the gummy and a half. It was perfect. Yeah. It's like a chef hearing TikToker. Yeah, so I do have drinks. One is cream soda, and the other is, I think it's a root beer. The last one I had was a rose water, and it was like a rose water lemonade, and it was kind of fucking disgusting. So I'm a little wary about the other 2 drinks, but I feel like I could try those instead. I'm kind of down to try a drink instead of a thing, because here's the thing, when I look at like the s'more or the cookie, I could also maybe try a s'more. I have like 2. The cookie is good. The cookie is good. Like, it tastes just like a Chips Ahoy. Like, I ate this and I wanted more. I wanted Chips Ahoy. So then later on in the week, I went to the store and I grabbed a pack of Chips Ahoy. And I got one for me and one for Gesture, and we had our cookies. But I left my cookies on the other side of the apartment, like on the kitchen counter, that I would have to actively walk up and go get it. Because if not, I was gonna eat all those cookies. I was gonna destroy all those cookies. Drinks, lawnmower shavings with a hint of citrus. I'm telling you, Eclair, that one was awful. It was awful. It was awful. It was bleh, bleh. And then I freaking added it to like one of my drinks, and I was like, no, I prolonged my own suffering. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, so chat. We have 2 options. We have s'more chocolate, because I have 2 of them, so like that way I'm not running out of the other ones. We have s'more chocolate s'more. So it's like a chocolate marshmallow bar, but it's like pretty small. It's like the size of a peppermint patty, and it's 10. Or we reach for a drink and we start like sipping at that and have a drink. And then I'll see which one I'm in the mood for. What do you guys think we should do? What's chat think? S'mores 100%? S'more? Yeah, we thinking s'more? I got 2 for s'more. Put my bucket away. Never go wrong with s'mores. S'mores? Okay. I love how I have all of my edibles in this little Tim Hortons bucket. Because one year, I think it was before COVID, Tim Hortons was like, hey, if you come by and you buy Timbits, you get a free Halloween bucket. And I don't care about Halloween, but I was like, bucket's kind of neat. Bucket's kind of cool though. So just put all my edibles in a Halloween candy bucket. As a farewell to summer? Yeah, you can't go wrong with s'mores. Okay. I'm gonna put my bucket away. I'm gonna grab, not a weed drink, I'm gonna grab like just a Pepsi, just in case there's an after flavor I need to get rid of. So we're gonna run some ads real quick if they haven't already been running. Yeah, they're already running, so I'll be right back. Really cool. I was just about to be like, man, if I knew I was gonna get zooted this weekend, I would have gotten Chips Ahoy, but I I bought those Pillsbury Reese's cookie dough. And last time Jester and I did those, we fucked those up. So if I get like really hungry,
If I start getting the munchies.
Okay, how do we open this? Reese's cookie dough. Oh my god, October, it's so fucking good. And it's the Pillsbury. Oh. It's the pill. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. If you go to your supermarket where you find the Pillsbury dough stuff, that's where I find there's Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which are okay. But the Reese's. Oh, the fucking Reese's. The Reese's peanut butter cookies. Those. Fuck. We fuck those up. They're so good. Alrighty. 10 milligrams of THC. Regulated by the government. It's got a cute little stamp with a maple leaf. That's how you know it's from Canada. Let's see, what's it smell like? Yeah, it just looks... Oh my god. Oh, that smells so that smells like Christmas. Oh, that smells like Christmas marshmallow. Oh my god. Oh, that smells lovely. It's milk chocolate, so it's gonna be sweet. Okay. Oh, there's no marshmallow in it. But it smells like marshmallow. Ooh. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, there's that weed. Oh. Oh, there's that aftertaste. It's very brief, though. It's very brief. So it's just a chocolate. But it smells like sugar and marshmallow. Oh. It's good until you taste the weed. And it's very brief. See, I like the... No. I don't like the aftertaste. It just... The aftertaste, even if it's brief, it just feels like someone just stuck my head. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god. It's like if someone stuffed my head. It's like someone stuffed my head into a lawnmower's ass and told me to just take a bite. It just tastes, it's like lawnmower burp. It's like a lawnmower burp in my mouth. It's quite incredible in that I fucking hate it. It's pretty bad. I remember once taking a beach trip and walking past a weed shop. I remember seeing a lot of anime hoodies in the window, mostly Shonen Jump characters in streetwear or doing weed themselves. Kid Goku with those red zooted eyes, or Tanjiro and Nezuko dripped out. Why touch grass when you can taste it? Blech. Great, now I'm tasting it. Enjoy lawnmower burp. Yeah, no, seriously. Because you can mail it to horses overseas. But yeah, it's gone now. Now I mostly just taste chocolate. But I think because the cookie, the s'more, and the peanut butter cup were all new things that I hadn't tried before. I'm going to say the cookie is still the best one. Because it doesn't really have an aftertaste as much, if at all, but it does smell. It smells like a cookie that fell on the lawn. Like, it smells like freshly baked cookie that fell in the lawn. Like, I just mowed the lawn and I dropped my freshly baked cookies on it. Blech. The peanut butter cup, I know it wasn't gonna taste like Reese's. It was actually pretty thick. Like, I think out of all three of them, the peanut butter cup was definitely the biggest and the thickest. And I think because of that, it also had a very minimal aftertaste. And I feel like it like the moments that it did have those grassy notes was in the peanut butter than the chocolate. But again, was also pretty brief. At least it was brief this time. Yeah. The s'more was definitely the briefest. The peanut butter was kind of in between, and then the chocolate chip cookie was more of a smell than a taste. I have Oreos on my stuff to try while high list. Definitely needed to add the Pillsbury Reese's. Oh my god. My lord. It's pretty good. It's great. What's really nice about those cookies too is that they only take like 10-12 minutes to bake. And then when they're fresh from the oven and they're so warm, oh my god. It's an experience. I'm the kind of person who like I do like eating cookie dough. But like this is a cookie that is just, it's so much better to have it baked while you're baked. Baked while baked, you know? Cookie dough eaters, yes. I remember seeing those heckin', I saw jars of it where it was like, it was literally just cookie dough, but it was safe to eat cookie dough, and I don't know what the jar was called, but it was like, hey, it's a jar of safe to eat cookie dough. The point is that you just eat it out of the jar, but also you can also just bake it. It was okay. It was okay. But don't bake while you're baked. I just gotta concentrate, and then I can do it. Trust. I probably would leave it to Jester though. I would probably leave it to Jester. Just because I would want to make sure that I don't get burnt. What's the point without the mild risk of salmonella? Excuse me. I don't know. I think there's just something about like cookie dough, like from scratch cookie dough, that when you have it raw, it just fucks. The texture is great. It's got, again, that sweet doughiness. I don't know. I'm going to assume it's why like some like, you know how like you hear about kids who ate Play-Doh when they were younger? Like, I know there are kids that used to eat Play-Doh. I wonder if they also upgraded to cookie dough, you know, something actually edible. And a bunch of the Pillsbury cookies safe to eat in their cookie yes, I think some of them, yes. A lot of Pillsbury cookie dough, now they make it where it's like safe to eat because they know that people are just gonna eat raw cookie dough. So if you just own it and make it so that they can eat the cookie dough, that's another way you can do it. It's like, oh, did you buy this cookie dough but you can't bake it because you don't have an oven or whatever? Just eat it. Just eat it, bro. For me, I like it because of how I was told no as a kid. Forbidden culinary fruit. See, I didn't even have that because my mom didn't bake. My mom did not bake. So my mom was absolutely not a baker. The only time I saw my mom bake was when it was Pillsbury biscuits. And those fuck too. I think they're not the same now, but the croissant dough is. Oh, the Pillsbury croissant dough. Those fuck. But at the same time, it's like, we don't have them like croissants. We take mozzarella cheese and we cut them into sticks. And we freeze the mozzarella sticks for a couple hours so they're nice and hard. And then we wrap that in the Pillsbury, the croissant dough. And then we brush the dough with a mix of olive oil. I think it was olive oil. No, it was butter, oregano, and garlic powder. And then you just brush that on. And you make garlic breadsticks. Garlic bread mozzarella stick. With the Pillsbury dough and the mozzarella. And oh my fuck. Oh, it's so good. So good. It's crazy how good it is. It fucks. Like, wow. It's absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely. Heckin'. Actually, before I get absolutely zooted, before things like fully kick in, I want to do a quick little react to something because I didn't get to watch it yet. I don't watch a lot of Moist Critical. But I wanted to see this video specifically because usually once he starts talking about stuff is when most people start paying attention. So let me really quick, excuse me. We're gonna go into this real quick. Bernard, can you please? I'm gonna kill you. Go over here for now, just for a sec. And I guess maybe, for now. All right. I just want to watch this really quick. All right, one sec. Alrighty, everybody. Hello, YouTube side of things. If there are people watching on the YouTube stream, or if you're watching a video, I'm doing a react to Charlie talking about the death of streaming. This is a 12-minute video while I wait for the weed to kick in. So, heckin', we're gonna see what's up here, what Charlie's got to say. There's music in the background. We're not gonna worry too hard about it. If anything, actually, I'll take that quick second. Oopsies. I'll take the quick second to actually just let me just mute that. All right, let's see what Charlie has to say. What does he mean by the death of streaming? This was a couple days ago. He's very verbose in a funny way. Well, let's see. I actually haven't super duper ever sat down and watched any of his videos. I usually hear them by proxy from other people reacting, but never sat down and watched them on my own. But let's see what he's got to say real quick. Let me habba-dubba-dabba. Ah, fuck. It's because I muted the site, isn't it? Yeah, it's because I muted the site. All right. I'm a fucking idiot. All right, let's go.
I know this is a topic I've blabbered about quite a bit, but it's something that only continues to spiral more and more out of control. Advertisements during streams. Twitch being the most egregious culprit. I think out of pretty much every service that exists, Twitch's advertisement model is the worst. Actually, you know what? Strike that from the record. I take that back. Put the poop back in my butt. I'm not giving that crown to Twitch because I think mainstream media outlets are so much worse with their advertisements. I don't know how many of you have gone on the internet with the condom off, no ad blocker. It is miserable when you go to any news site. Like tabloids are the worst, like Daily Mails, obviously, The Sun, shit like that. You will not even see your article. There'll be like 4 auto-playing ads everywhere. Fucking cerebral jacking in like Ford advertisements. Like the article is just encapsulated, entombed in so many ads. So
if you can even read the fucking article, because sometimes you can't even read the fucking article. Hold on. Oopsies. Sometimes you can't even read the fucking article. Sometimes it'll be like, you have an ad blocker on. We would really like if you turn that off. Or they want you to pay a subscription.
Well, I actually think journalism sites are much worse, but Twitch is a close second. Anyway, the reason why I'm asking...
It's even worse on mobile. Oh, it's horrendous on mobile. I hate when I find a really good recipe online and then I put it on my phone and like there's just like a bunch of shit on top of it that I have to close before I can see the recipe and hope that I didn't click something instead of close it.
Thing about this again is because a report was recently published about how Twitch viewership is down significantly, the lowest level it's been in 5 years since their bot crackdown, which I've already touched on, but a lot of people have been speculating that it's more than just the bots contributing to the decline in viewership. XQC's take recently just kind of popped off and has reopened this discussion to a broader audience, and it's a really interesting one.
What XQC do?
And many others believe that a lot of people are tuning out of Twitch because the ads ruin the experience. What's going on Twitch right now is often being compared to television. How TV started to decline once streaming got a foothold because most people switched from TV to streaming because they were fed up with all of the ad breaks interrupting them. It was far more convenient and a lot more enjoyable to just watch what you want to watch without any interruptions.
Yeah.
But of course, that opened up its own can of worms with how many streaming services are popping up like fucking weeds across the globe. It is a goddamn pandemic. But the point is, ads made people want to switch from that service, television, to something that had less ads.
Yeah.
And in the streaming space, right now we're seeing that with Twitch mainly, but not just exclusively to Twitch, YouTube. YouTube ads have recently been fucking exploding. Like, there are so many more ads now that users are noticing during streams. Though it can't hold a candle to Twitch, where the standard affair on Twitch, if you don't have an ad blocker or if you're not subscribed to the streamer you want to check out, is you go on Twitch, you go to a category, you click on a stream, you sit through like a 2-minute pre-roll ad before you ever even see the content. You see, like in the top right, the countdown for how many more minutes of ads you have to sit through before getting to the content
brutal.
you wanted to watch in the.
It is brutal for some people. I absolutely understand. You said you got to screen cap recipes, but here's the thing, Eclair. I like when the recipes, they let me kind of like, they have like, so I'm kind of a person who tends to cook big portions. When I make a recipe, I like when the recipe lets me double the recipe or even triple it, or lets me checkbox what I have and what I don't have. I don't know. I really like those features, and I don't get that if I just screen cap it. There are some websites that are a little bit better about having like ads on top of them. And some that unfortunately don't, but it's, you know, you find a way, essentially. I've gotten the same tire shop ad hundreds of times in the last 2 to 3 months. Yeah.
First place, and you say it's not worth it, and you exit out of that person's stream and then just go to someone that you're subscribed to, or you just go somewhere else. Like, I am at the point, and I've been at this point for a while, where if there's a pre-roll that plays, I just leave. And on my streams, there are pre-rolls. Not because I put them there, it's because Twitch has it as an automated process. If you don't run at least like 3 minutes of ad breaks, 3 minutes worth of ads for every hour that you stream, Twitch puts pre-rolls there. You earn your good boy points through ad breaks on Twitch, and if you reach a certain threshold, they get rid of the pre-rolls.
Yep.
What benevolent saints. For me, though, I don't do the 3-minute ad break. I do the literal lowest level possible. I'll show you exactly what it looks like to clear up a lot of confusion I'm seeing, because now a lot of people are saying, Twitch is blameless.
Insight. Streamers like you have run up to 3 minutes of ads per hour. In the past, streamers like you who are based in the US have 6K concurrent viewers, stream gaming content, and broadcast 80 hours a month and run up to 3 minutes of ads. Try Ads Manager now to unlock the potential for ad revenue. Yeah, so right now, he seems to be doing 30 seconds of ads per hour. And he's only getting 30% of it.
Actually, we need to all point our fingers at the streamers. They're the ones that are running 30 minutes of ads per every hour they stream. They're the ones that are greedy and putting the pre-roll ads there. And you're half right. There are streamers that do put the maximum amount of ads per hour possible and just force their viewers to just fucking take the punishment, take the belt to the cheeks. That's brutal. It does get rid of the pre-rolls, but that shit sucks. The pre-rolls are something that Twitch does, not the streamer. So as you can see here, streamers like you have to run up to 3 minutes of ads per hour. In the past month, streamers like you who are based in US, have 6K concurrent viewers, stream gaming, whatever, have to run 3 minutes of ads per hour. So they're trying to push that, and if you don't, then you get the pre-rolls. So I have it set to 30 seconds of ads per hour that I stream, the actual lowest it can possibly go. And because of that, I have pre-rolls that Twitch shoehorns in there. But this can go all the way up to 22 minutes and 30 seconds worth of ads per hour that you stream.
Oh my god.
I think there are streamers that do that. They just fucking have it go Insano style turbo mode off the charts ads out the wazoo here for it. And that is entirely on the streamers. That
22
is not Twitch's
minutes?
fault. Like, I do think that ruins streaming. Streamers that do that and try and like normalize that level of ads. That shit is diabolical. But as for the pre-rolls, that is on Twitch. And I think that is a terrible, terrible practice. That is the antithesis to what streaming is supposed to be, where it is just a live flow of content and you click on things that seem interesting or streamers that you might be interested in watching, and no one wants to sit through fucking 3 minutes before they even see that stream to see if they even like that streamer. They're just gonna leave, like I do.
TV splits 22
stupid.
minutes every hour. Damn.
But it is what it is. That's what the platform is. And it's extremely annoying. And I would actually say that the way Twitch does ads is worse than television ever was. By its very nature, streaming is supposed to be a constant flow of content. You are watching something live. And when it gets interrupted with a 3-minute ad break, it's not just like everything pauses while you watch those ads. You are just now missing 3 minutes of what you tuned in to see.
Yeah.
Whereas television, even when you're watching like a live sporting event, when the ad break pops up, there's a timeout.
Yeah, and there's a thing too that you always see a thread on Twitter or on Discord where someone's like, things you can do to not lose your audience while having ads. So like, for example, I try to run ads whenever I go to the bathroom. I'm usually in the bathroom for like 6 to 10 minutes if it's really bad. I try to run ads during most of that. What that then does, it kills the pre-roll for 2 to 3 hours, and you can pretty much watch my stream completely undisturbed. So that the first hour of stream, I can get the most people in, even people that find me. I run 3 minutes of ads in the first 5 minutes, but you wouldn't know nor need to worry about that because it's in the starting soon screen. Most of the time, people come in after a couple minutes of the stream having started. And there are ways to go around that. But at the same time, there are also moments where, you know, you forget. I've thought about putting a button on my my stream deck. I think if it's even possible, so that I can do that. Sometimes when I go to the bathroom and I forget to press ads on my OBS because I have a tab that I can just run 3 minutes just right there on my manager. If I don't, but I have my phone with me, then I can just go into my browser on my phone, go into my stream manager, and then hit the thing. And sometimes that works. But I've tried other things. I've tried the words on screen. I've tried again trying to be consistent with ad breaks and stuff. It sometimes just doesn't really work. At the end of the day, if people want to leave, then they want to leave. And there's not really much you can do about that. But if I could run 1 minute of ads every hour and still get the split amount, I absolutely would. 1 minute is not a huge deal. 3 minutes, in theory, isn't that much, but if you're not subscribed, it can be a pretty nasty chunk. And what I hate about the ad things too, and I'm thinking he'll probably go into it, I don't know. I feel like it's all a ploy to get people to get Twitch Turbo instead of subscribing to their favorite streamers. Because it's like, well, when you subscribe with Twitch Turbo though, and you just give the money directly to Twitch, any ads that you would have been watching with the streamer you're watching, they get anyway. And it's like, yeah, but then they don't get the sub money. It's like, unless the only time ads really, really benefit you as a streamer, have a good night, Cerberus, is normally when you have a lot of people watching. So normally, funnily enough, one of the best times to run an ad is when you get raided. But that's also a great way to lose, like, the entire raid. Because, again, you're running ads. Now, they want subs more than Turbo, in my opinion. It takes, like, 3 to 4 subs for them to profit. Here's why, again. No, they do advertise Turbo. They absolutely advertise Turbo, Eclair. They absolutely do. They advertise Twitch Turbo quite a bit. And Twitch Turbo, again, they do make more money out of because they can charge, like, how much does Twitch Turbo cost? I've seen ads for it. I have absolutely seen ads for Twitch Turbo. Like, how much is Twitch Turbo? Twitch Turbo, you can try it for free, but it's $12 a month. And that all goes to Twitch. That's so Twitch, and consider that Twitch gets only half of a subscription. So if a subscription right now, I think right now for the US, Lynn returns from making and then eating chimichangas from scratch. Hell yeah. Yeah, so about 4 or 5 subs worth. Yeah. So what's more worthwhile to them? One person buying 4 to 5 Twitch subs, or one person buying 1 Twitch Prime? Twitch Prime, and again, Twitch Prime or Twitch Turbo, what that means is that now that person can experience the entire site ad-free. It's like YouTube Premium, but for Twitch. And also YouTube Twitch Turbo has added the thing where like now you can so you know how like with YouTube videos you can drag this little guy and go back on videos and shit like that? You can do that with YouTube streams. You've always been able to. Twitch Turbo, now you can do that. They added the fucking on-demand rewind feature behind Twitch Turbo. The general market strategy is making most of your money off people who buy Turbo but don't take full advantage. Yeah. Because that's the thing, too. At the end of the day, most people who do buy Twitch Turbo are still only going to watch 3 or 4 streamers. You can do it on Twitch normally, too. Just takes an extra step. Yes, after the stream is over. Not during it. Like, that's what I mean, Eclair. Like, while the stream is still live, being able to go backward, that you cannot do that on Twitch. You cannot do that on Twitch. You would have to wait. You would, I know what you're talking about too, where like if someone, let's go back to Twitch. So like, let's take Iron Mouse, for example, because she's right here. Iron Mouse. So Iron Mouse is streaming right now. There is no way for me to go back on her stream from here. No way for me to do it. But one thing I can do is I can go to Iron Mouse, I can go to her videos, and I can go right here. And now I can go back on her stream and see any bits I missed. That is the extra steps. The problem is not everybody does that. Not everybody does that. And some people don't even know you can do this. And again, I've seen it with Din's streams. For some reason on Din's account, you can't do this. I don't know why. It could just be the servers in the UK. I don't know. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. But that is something you can do. Twitch Turbo, while I'm watching Iron Mouse live, if I had Twitch Turbo and I'm watching Iron Mouse and what did I do? What happened? I go to her thing, I see the little scrolly bar, and I can go to it, and I don't have to do all that. I don't have to do the go to her account, go to about, go to thing, and stuff like that. That's not the case. It also incredibly inconvenient and only snapshots at the time you click the VOD at. Oh, totally, the turbo feature is way more convenient. But the thing is, though, again, it's such a basic thing to put behind a paywall. So a lot of people were like, fuck Twitch Turbo. Because I remember it was during like the TwitchCon where they announced all the changes they're doing, combos and all that stuff. Combos, making affiliate easier, things like that. And another one was like, now with Twitch Turbo, you can rewind. And it was like, are you fucking kidding me? But again, the draw with Twitch Turbo is that now the site entirely is ad-free. Watch as many streamers as you want, and every time, and just by watching them now, you are supporting them. And again, it sounds all nice on paper. If you are someone that can't afford to subscribe to every single streamer you watch, Twitch Turbo for the customer is a better deal. And it's meant to be that way because Twitch wants people to buy Twitch Turbo, because then they don't have to give you any of that monthly monthly payment. That all goes to Twitch. All of that goes to Twitch. They get that full $11.99 and you don't get shit. You get the pennies from the ads that you watch from someone who has Twitch. You get the pennies that someone with Twitch Turbo gets you. That's more so that they give you those bones. But Twitch isn't giving you shit. Fully agree. Turbo trying to charge to TiVo 20 years after TiVo became ubiquitous. Yeah. So that's why, again, Twitch absolutely they absolutely promote Twitch Turbo. Every time I see an update from Twitch, they somehow find a way to push Twitch Turbo. Or whenever I get an email about changes happening to Twitch, there's a thing of also consider Twitch Turbo. It's just there. Like, yeah, they'll still be like, also, I guess you can also subscribe to your streamer. Because again, let's say you only watch one streamer. You only watch one fucking streamer. Then yeah, subscribing to that streamer will always be the much better deal. But let's say I'm watching Scylla. I'm watching Blue. I'm watching Nat 19. I'm watching, let's say I'm also watching, like, Varen. Let's just say off the top of my head, I'm watching Scylla, I'm watching Nat 19, I'm watching Summoners Network, I'm watching Vivi, I'm watching Lily, as in like Kinkymation, I'm watching let's just say, because we're watching Moist, let's say I'm following Moist Critical. That's 6 people. And in Canada, a subscription, I keep freaking forgetting my numbers. Let's just go back to Iron Mouse. A subscription in Canada is $8. So I could either pay $11.99 to enjoy Twitch ad-free, or I could pay $7.99, $8 for 6 streamers' subscriptions. I can pay $48 to watch, or I can install an ad block. They don't work, Runaway. They don't work. One of 2 things will happen. 1, they don't work. Or second, for a brief second until you close out of it, a screen will appear over the streamer and says, hey, we noticed you're running an ad blocker. Consider turning that off so that the ads can support the streamer. Things like that. Then you have a good ad blocker. Because I get that. And sometimes Jester gets that. Where out of nowhere, like a translucent black screen will go over whoever I'm watching, and it'll be like, hey, do you wanna unblock Twitch so that your ad blocker doesn't block the advertisements? And then sometimes they go through, depending. So it's, and then sometimes they're even like, you can also get Twitch Turbo and just not watch ads in general. Like shit like that. Use block and activated developer mode and debug some of the errors on Chrome. Oh, okay.
There is a break. You don't miss anything. Or if you're watching your favorite show and it gets to the big climax and then there's an ad break, well, the climax doesn't happen in the fucking background. You don't miss anything. When it comes to streaming, you do. So I think it is much worse, and it is much more intrusive, and it is far more out of control now than it ever was for TV. Because at least with TV, there was like a set amount of commercial breaks. On Twitch, Jesus, Lord knows, because streamers control it. And there are a lot of streamers that just do like maximum ad breaks, so it'll be like fucking 7 minutes worth of ads for every hour streamed, or significantly more. Like they could be doing 3-minute ad breaks every like 10 minutes. Like there is no telling how many ads you will be served when watching a Twitch stream. At least with TV, you knew there was an expectation, and there was plans around it from the content itself. Again, you didn't miss anything with the ad breaks. With streaming, you do.
Yeah.
And it's annoying. And people are really fed up. So I do agree with the take that XQC has said, as well as many others have said, about how ads are literally leading to like the death of streaming, in particular on Twitch, because Twitch is the worst offender for it. YouTube is going down that path with how many ads they're starting to shove down users' throats. Twitch is still in a worse state with it, and I don't see either platform improving in this department. I just think they're going to...
I think I remember hearing somewhere where YouTube Premium was thinking of doing like a premium light where you only get some ads, or they were thinking about doing some ads on YouTube Premium so that they can sell a higher version of it. I don't know where I heard this, or if I imagined it, or if I'm mistaking it with Netflix. No, you cannot sell promo. If you do, I will ban you. But it's that thing of like, God, how do I say it? I think the first one is already a thing. Then I haven't noticed it because I do have YouTube Premium and I've still not noticed any ads on anything I watch. And I think the moment I do, as hard as it would probably be, I might consider ending my subscription. Cause I am not paying to freaking still have to go through fucking ads. Absolutely not. Like, yeah, you can like watch YouTube in the background and stuff, and that's a really nice perk when you're like me who listens to freaking video essays while working. But if that's what I'm paying for, I'm not doing it. I'm not paying for that shit. I meant a YouTube Premium Lite. Okay, then yeah, again, it's one thing for them to offer to like, let's say, take normal YouTube Premium, turn that into Lite, and then make a whole bigger one where it's like YouTube Super All-Star Premium. Then it's like, fuck you. I was paying for no ads. Now you're saying that my subscription isn't good enough, and now I gotta pay double for that shit. The moment they do that, I'm ending my fucking subscription. But them adding, like, making a baby version where it's like, here's YouTube Premium Lite, pay us $5 and get half of the ads. It's like, does that still is that not a good deal? I don't personally think so, but for some people, maybe that's better than whatever they get. Because there are also some content creators on YouTube that go way overboard with those fucking ads. It's pretty fucking bad.
Make it even worse. Especially Twitch. Twitch, I feel like, has been treading water for a while. Now they do this bot crackdown, their numbers plummet for a little bit. I think that maybe scares them a bit.
It doesn't help that it's also back to school.
About, like, the potential advertiser hit that they might take, where the advertisers are like, oh, Twitch, this is a big drop. Maybe we won't spend as much on Twitch. Maybe it's not worth the budget that we're allocating over there. We're going to cut back on this. Like, and then they're going to go even harder, like, pushing their other brand partners to try and, like, foster that relationship and keep it tight, because they're going to need to, fucking latch onto it. Mm-hmm. So, I really feel like Twitch's direction with ads has only been getting worse and more intrusive and ruining the experience further and further.
Absolutely.
YouTube is starting to follow suit because, like I mentioned, they are pumping a ton of ads on streams as well now. Not to Twitch's level yet, but it is there.
It's gonna go. It's gonna get there, though.
I just think that it is horrible for streaming, like, in general. Nobody wants to sit through streams like that where it's interrupted by minutes worth of ads for shit nobody wants in the first place. It is what caused TV to go in a bit of a rough patch there, because streaming offered a better ad-free service. And I've already seen some spitball solutions here that I think are pretty trash. One of them was, well, you should be paying all the streamers anyway, so if you want to watch content ad-free, well, fork over some clams to the streamer and subscribe to them. what the fuck, Goober? No, that's super stupid. Streaming is free. Like, you are producing content for free.
Yeah.
Getting any money back is just cherries on top. Like, it is a service that is free. And if you now start requiring people to pay money to keep experiencing that service, well, you've got an issue. Because never charge for something that was once free. That is like an age-old saying that remains true.
That is a great way. First off, that is a great middle finger to your viewers to be like, I'm sorry guys, you guys have to pay to watch my content. Like, if that's your solution, go to Patreon. Go to Patreon and go to other sites where people's streams are behind a paywall, like Blue Twitch. Because that's pretty much what you're saying. Pay me to do this. And I understand. There are people who want to make this their, you know, again, that make this their careers, their lifestyle, their full-time thing. And that's an awesome thing. But first and foremost, the reason you are able to do this is because you are offering it for free. For someone to sit down and watch what you're doing, it is free. And for them to then, like, again, the idea of a subscription, again, was a way for the viewer to show appreciation and support. Here is some money, and they get something back. And in that case, it was emotes. And it was a nice way to be like, look at me, I'm a part of this funny little club. You know, I paid the ticket price, and now I can use these emotes. Paying the subscription, though, didn't, whether you paid the subscription or not, didn't bar you from watching that person's content. So then making it so that they have to pay a subscription to watch the content in the first place is absolutely fucking stupid. That's going to hurt your streamers more in the end. Because again, most people, if I just want to watch a VTuber be stupid and play video games and act cute, there are several other ones out there, and they're probably not charging. Because their channel's not affiliated, or they just don't want to charge. Like, you will always find the alternative for free. Whether it's better or not is up to debate, but it's gonna be that thing of, again, not everybody has or wants to. They don't. It's not a requirement. That's why we say thank you for subscribing, because it is a show of gratitude. It is a show of appreciation, and you have to be thankful for it. Making it a requirement is just biting the hand that feeds you. They can just as easily take it away and cancel their sub as it was to subscribe to you in the first place. We're not entitled to that.
You can find countless examples of that being proven time and time again. Nobody is going to want to pay for something that they were getting for free already. And it is, by its nature, a free service you're providing to viewers. If they like you so much they want to give you some money, then all power to them. I'm not their dad. They can make their own decision.
Imagine like for example, Nebula. So Lindsay Ellis is on Nebula now. There are a lot of people that do not follow her on Nebula because they don't want to pay for content that before she moved to Nebula, they were getting for free. I subscribed to Nebula. I did a one-time year subscription to see if she uploaded regularly, to see that she kind of did. And even then, I didn't watch it all. So guess what? I let my Nebula subscription, my 1 year Nebula, run out. I only did it because it was like half off. That's you don't have $5 ass thinking. Exactly. So it's that thing of like, I understand Lindsay Ellis had issues like with YouTube and with the videos that she wants to make and how bad the censorship got, and Nebula being a more free, having more freedom for the creator, but that comes at the cost of only people that pay get to indulge in it. It becomes a premium service. Nebula made sense because it's mostly a science platform and that kind of content can get expensive. Yeah, But now you have dozens of creators on Nebula. It's not just science. There are people that have original content. Again, Lindsay Ellis with like her media literacy and video essays. There are tons of creators on Nebula that are on YouTube. But for one reason or another, they're mostly on Nebula because they get all the money from all of that stuff. And again, it's wonderful that they have people who are willing to pay for exclusive content, but not everybody can do it. When Shay Madej and Ryan Bergara left BuzzFeed to create The Watcher, and were doing The Watcher on YouTube, people followed them to The Watcher because they wanted to see Ryan and Shay do more, unsolved paranormal stuff. A lot of them missed BuzzFeed Unsolved specifically, but The Watcher was the evolution of that, the next best thing, even though it wasn't the same. Then they made the whole announcement that they were going to go make The Watcher Network, and you had to go over there, and you had to pay for it, and people got pissed. Because again, what were you doing that was any different than what you were doing for free? It felt like they were being told, now if you really want to keep sticking with us, you have to pay us. And it's like, again, I get it. That sort of content that they're making is expensive. They need support, they need backing. But again, like, you shut yourself out of so much reach when you make yourself a paid service. And they were going to go exclusively onto that platform. They weren't going to upgrade, they weren't going to upload to YouTube anymore, but they got all that fucking backlash. Follow a channel on YouTube called Tell Foundry that is on Nebula. They have special things on Nebula, but they upload every week. Yeah. So, like, thankfully with Lindsay Ellis, sometimes she puts her Nebula videos, albeit sometimes a bit cut and censored because of YouTube, onto her YouTube channel. Like, that seems to be something that she's doing now. And I wish I could follow her onto Nebula. But I also understand that, again, I don't have the money to drop every month for that shit. I can't just be subscribing for something that's not as easily accessible as, say, Twitch or YouTube. Nebula has an app, but it's not the best. At least when I was using it. Individual websites almost never work. College Humor Dropout is only major success I know of. Yeah.
And that's great, everyone's happy, whatever. But this is not a solution to Twitch's inundation of ads to the platform.
It doesn't solve the ad problem.
Everyone shouldn't be required to spend money on the streams they want to watch in order to watch it uninterrupted and unimpeded. It sucks. That's silly. Another solution I've seen kicked around is, well, maybe the streamers just need to do a better job of, like, planning their ad breaks, kind of like how TV used to do it. I already don't like where that's going. We're regressing now to old TV habits, but
yeah.
The idea is streamers, when they're about to run their ad break or when the ad break is coming up, they pause everything and like tell their viewers, all right, here comes ads, go stretch, do that. Take some time if you don't want to watch them, and then we'll come right back after the ads in like 3 minutes or whatever. And I think there are some streamers that have experimented with that. I don't know how well it's been received. And
it's okay.
Theoretically, it makes sense because at least then they're not missing any content. But that's not going to work for every stream. You can't do that for every stream.
Yeah.
You can't plan around all of that because these streams aren't planned. Like, I guess you can pause a game, sure. Like, that can kind of work to pause your game that many times for, like, stretch breaks and whatever. But it's not going to work for every stream and every streamer. It just wouldn't. There's too many variables at play with every stream that happens. Also,
yeah, the obvious problem, you're now punishing the people who are paying for the sake of those who aren't, so why pay? Yeah, that's another thing too. Now, you've got the people who are paying who don't have to watch ads and don't have to worry about the ad breaks, but now you as a streamer are stopping everything you're doing for 3 minutes, so the ones that can't pay don't miss anything. So then, what did the subscriber pay for? They are still having the content that they want to enjoy come to a screeching halt for 3 minutes so that people who couldn't pay can still enjoy stuff. At that point, the sub is supporting the creator. Exactly. And that's what it originally was supposed to be. That's what it should be. It just then became, also, you don't have to watch with ads. And that's the thing. The sub first and foremost originally was to support the streamer and get the cute little perk of some emotes. Then it became you get nice emotes and you watch ad-free. But again, most streamers don't want to alienate the lurkers, the people that can't subscribe, because again, you're not supposed to take your subscribers for granted, and you're not supposed to offer it. You're not supposed to be. No one likes that. You can't pay $5. $5. Nobody likes those people. We've seen so many people get in trouble with that mentality. We don't want to be that next person. So we want to consider the people who are unable to subscribe by trying to be inclusive to them so that they don't miss anything either. We want to be inclusive to new viewers who want to see what we have to offer before they commit to following and then maybe subscribing. But again, the ads make it harder. The ads make it harder with how more and more intrusive they're getting.
I think it'd be very unfair to the people that just don't want to run ads in the first place. You can't just pause your stream for the pre-roll ads. You'd never have a stream because everyone is going to get a pre-roll ad when they come to your stream. How the fuck are you going to ensure that they're not missing content with that pre-roll ad? They're going to. You have no way of stopping that. And I don't think the solution is to require everyone to start running, X amount of minutes of ads per hour. People don't want to do that. Like me, I don't want to do that. It's that simple. So I don't think that's a good solution either. It is a complicated problem. I recognize on Twitch's end, they need to make money off their platform. Otherwise, how the fuck are they going to keep it going? It's very expensive, and the way to do that
talking about
is
how
through
they've made no money.
But their advertising methodology, I think, is just really counterintuitive to what streaming is and has been. And it's just going in a really bad direction that continues to make it worse. Yeah, obviously I don't have all the answers there, but there's got to be something, because I really do think as this continues, more and more people are just not going to watch streams when an ad pops up, and it'll probably just turn them off from even clicking on streams in the first place, knowing that they're going to get ads before even going to it. So there's got to be a solution. There's got to be something to change with that from YouTube and Twitch's end of this inundation of ads. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to yap about it again. That's really about it. So
Yeah. So again, when it comes to this whole thing with the ads, another thing where my brain, I'm trying to remember the point before it's gone. Has banner ads been brought up? Maybe we could bring them back? You can still get banner ads. You can still get banner ads during stream. Some people don't like those, though, and most ad blockers get rid of them. Actually, now I remember the point I was going to say. So what I think, one of the reasons, and this is just my own little conspiracy theory, if you want to even call it that. One of the things that I think is the reason for why we are at this point right now is that Twitch didn't crack down on the view bots earlier, because we've already heard it where it's like, well, everybody view bots, everybody is inflating their numbers because blah 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 blah. But the problem is the view bots are one of the reasons that the ads have gotten so bad, because when people see the high numbers, sponsors are like, oh, we're gonna give money to that streamer that has 500 CCV. But let's say they're botting their numbers and they only actually have 100 viewers. And now you're running ads to that sponsor is running ads to 400 bots, and only 10 actual people from the streamer's actual 100 maybe click on the ad or look into what the product is. That the advertiser doesn't get anything back. So the advertisers end up getting catfished with these fake numbers, investing in them, seeing that they get fuck all back, and then they decide, we're not going to do that again. And then Twitch loses those advertisers, so they have to scramble to find more and put more ads on people's streams, and it just becomes a perpetual cycle. Everyone's faking numbers, and advertisers are spending money and advertising to nobody. and then they pull out and the cycle starts again. I guess the only way to avoid ads for all of us is to move to Iceland. What does Iceland have to do with it? They also have cut-in ads, so they've experimented and are currently messing with less invasive ads to not lose viewership. It's like, they're figuring something out, but it's that thing of like, it all feels too late. It all feels too late. I feel like one of the things they could have done is figured out, people are view botting. How do we stop that? What are the long-term consequences of this? Because we're in them. We're in the long-term consequences. And unfortunately, now that Twitch's viewership has dipped to the number that it has because they slashed all the view bots, now advertisers are scratching their head even more, where it's just like, so we were catfished real fucking bad. And again, now you have them pulling out, and then Twitch is scrambling to find other advertisers, and it's just not working. It's a huge problem. Thankfully, on my end at least, we've generally been pretty consistent. Like, I haven't noticed a dip in viewers at all, which makes me really happy, because I know that there are people who don't even know they're being view botted. Just people that don't like them view bot them and stuff for that. So I'm glad that I don't even have hate view bots, because man, that would really fucking suck to see like the number of people and then it turns out you're talking to fucking nobody. But I digress. Let's go back to just chatting. Alrighty. Let's go back to our day night. Iceland has laws that prevents ads from playing on streams. Holy shit, really? Holy shit. That's crazy. The fuck you mean? They can just not have ads? What? That's insane. Apparently. There you go, Bernard. You can go over there. It's a pretty clear case of spending hundreds of millions solving a problem shareholders voted against solving for a fraction of the cost when it started. Yeah. Again, I feel like we could have prevented this if Twitch had just done something about the view bots. They knew about the view bots. They've always known about the view bots. This is not new. People have always been doing it. There are people who are huge streamers that have now gone radio silent ever since the viewbot slash. Because it turns out, oh, they weren't streaming to 2,000 people. They were streaming to 450, and everyone else was a fucking bot. They profited off them. As long as everyone kept their mouth shut, it's a win-win for Twitch. Yeah, but then again, investors started looking at their returns and were like, how the fuck are we advertising to 2,000 people and only 10 engaged with our ad? What the fuck? Unfortunately, this is also why streamers have to take like sponsorships and stuff. So then you have the whole non-ad where it's just like, and if you enjoy what's going on here, I can use the code squeaky at GG sub. Wait, I don't have a GG sub sponsorship. I don't. I do. I wanna have, if there's any energy drink I ever want to work with, I want to work with GG subs. But yeah, like, you have people that work with that have to take on sponsorships and stuff to make some fraction of money in support. It would have cut into their quarterly showings to handle it, and the profit incentive makes companies prioritize short-term gains over much longer-term losses. That's why almost every market today is a bubble. Oh god, yeah. Fuck, bro. Guys, tell me, aside from GG subs, what actual energy drinks do you guys consumeth? Or do you drink coffee? Because I have thought about in the future, once applications and stuff, Ghost Energy and Red Bull, tea. Tea. Gamer subs or coffee? Because I do know there is a brand of coffee that works with VTubers called Itasha Coffee. Bard is sponsored by them. Bard has a partnership with them. And a part of me has considered checking them out so that maybe in the future, considering working with a coffee brand. My main thing though is that before I consider partnering with them, I would want to try their coffee, because if I don't like their coffee, I'm not going to fucking promote it. I remember one time Scylla and I were talking about like if there were like coffee companies that like worked with VTubers that you could possibly even get your own blend of coffee. Scylla was saying like, I want to know where they source their coffee, if it's ethically sourced. And yeah, I agree. I would want to know where my where like, let's say I work with a coffee company and they're like, we want to make a squeaky blend. And I'm like, oh shit. I want to know where that coffee's coming from. And a part of me would even wonder if it was possible to get a single source coffee. Like, single source origin coffee is consistent quality. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a consistent quality because you're only getting it from one specific place. The best single source origin coffee that I've had was a Guatemalan coffee that was used for cold brew, and a Peruvian Machu Picchu. So it came from Peru. And I remember I sent my dad a couple bags of that, where I was like, Dad, this is from Peru. This is Peruvian coffee. And I don't remember if what my dad said about it, because I know my parents like strong coffee. So it was a light roast, so hopefully they liked it. I also know I sent them beans as adverse to like ground coffee, because then if I opened it, then I wouldn't be able to send it to them anymore. So hopefully they did something with it, but I think my mom said that she liked it. I remember I also bought her a coffee grinder, so maybe they had it. I don't know. But I think if I ever had to work with a coffee brand, I would want a coffee that is single source origin, and I would want to be able to make a cold brew with it. Because, I mean, you can technically make a cold brew with any coffee. But there are certain blends that just do better. Like blends that have notes of like berries and like this one coffee blend that was called Safari had like grape, black cherry, and like some kind of nutty note, and was actually really good as an iced coffee because it had those more refreshing, fresh notes. The Guatemalan blend, it was like Guatemalan Huehuetenango. Again, so single source Guatemalan coffee. Wonderful, very smooth, very like chocolatey and like buttery notes. Wonderful cold brew. I would probably want a coffee that could make a wonderful cold brew that you can enjoy black or with like a flavor or cream. The only problem is that I know with some people what makes GG subs and things like that so convenient is that you just toss it in a shaker and go. Coffee, and when I find it, Coca-Cola and coffee vanilla. Oh. Last one I had was Red Bull for the first time today. I am not sure. See, I don't really rely on like Red Bull and stuff. What about Arabica versus Peru? So here's the thing with Arabica beans. Arabica beans are fucking everywhere. Arabica beans are everywhere. They're not a bad bean. It's just, it is the most common bean. I think the other one is Robusta, and I think Robusta is a lot more bitter. And I think I remember I talked to my old boss about it. Robusta beans versus Arabica. So, yeah, so Arabica beans are about 70% of global coffee production. Robusta is about 30%. Arabica coffee is grown in higher altitudes. Robusta is from lower ones. Yeah. So Robusta is commodity coffee, lower quality and smaller, although funnily enough has more caffeine. Arabica is considered specialty coffee, higher quality and larger, but again, it's considered the specialer, better coffee, but it's 70% of coffee. So it's everywhere. If you've gone to any sort of like place that, if you go to any place that serves coffee and is like, yeah, we offer coffee and it doesn't taste like absolute fucking shit, it's going to be Arabica. Hotel coffee. Like hotel, this just tastes like burnt and bitter. That is usually like your 7-Eleven coffee, your hotel coffee. That's usually Robusta. But at the same time, if they are Arabica, they're over roasted, or they're old, or they're roasted in water that is too hot. So again, they're burnt. So Arabica is known for its smooth, sweet flavor with fruity and chocolate notes, while Robusta offers a bolder, more bitter and nutty taste with stronger, more grainy mouthfeel. Yeah. Is more astringent and bitter with Robusta, mild, well-balanced flavor, more expensive bean. Yeah, so Arabica is naturally lower in caffeine, while Robusta has up to 50% more. Yeah, commonly used in instant coffee, larger bean size. Yeah. Okay, again, Arabica beans, you'll find it mostly anywhere. Anywhere that serves coffee and specialty coffee drinks, they will be using Arabica. With Peruvian coffee, again, it's still Arabica beans. It is still Arabica beans. The thing is that when I say the Peruvian coffee was very good, is not that it was a special Peruvian bean. It's the fact that most coffee blends, they won't just come from one place. They will be like, when you see, like, when you buy a pack of coffee beans, it'll be like sourced from Colombia, Brazil, Asia. And that's a blend. That is a blend. That is a collection of coffee beans. And as a result, no two bags will taste exactly the same, because one bag of your coffee blend might have more beans from Colombia with a smaller percentage of beans from Africa, whereas another bag might have more African beans than Colombian beans. And then you have to consider about the growing conditions. So maybe the soil in Colombia is more acidic, and that affects the flavor of the bean. So you get the Colombian bean blend that has more Colombian beans than African, and then you wonder why your cup of coffee is more acidic. Whereas, let's say in Africa, their soil has different properties and nutrients, and so they grow a bolder, stronger Arabica bean. And now you buy the same blend, but most of those beans are from Africa, and suddenly, wow, this is a nice, bold, strong cup of coffee. Not like the other bag that I got last week sort of thing. That's the problem with blends that are coming from multiple sources. They're not always consistent. Whereas single source origin, so for example, the Machu Picchu blend that my coffee shop used to have, they came from Machu Picchu. So every bag of coffee beans that we got came from the same exact place. The beans in this bag came from the same place that next week's beans will come from. And the week after that. As long as I am getting that Peruvian Machu Picchu blend, they are all coming from the same coffee bean farm. And because their soil is the same, the way that the beans are cared and tended and roasted are all the same, it will always be the same cup of coffee. It will always be the same. The same thing with the Guatemalan one. I think it was a region called Huehuetenango. The coffee beans are all grown there. They're all roasted there. And they're all shipped to us. They're all coming from that specific region in Guatemala. It will always be the same. It is. It is. How much more expensive? Hard to say, wholesale price-wise, but it's absolutely worth it. If you're the kind of person that you want your coffee to taste the same every single time, and if you're the kind of coffee person that you can taste the differences between blends and shit where you're like, oh, a little acidic, oh, a little bold, a little bitter, a little... If you're essentially like a connoisseur of that sort of shit, always drinking black coffee so that you can get every ounce and base and note, you're going to notice the difference. It could be 2 different bags of the same exact brand and blend of coffee. If you are enough of a coffee snob, you will taste the difference. Whereas single source, it will almost never happen. Hi, that's me. Hi, that's Scylla. So it's that thing of, again, if I was to ever work with, like, let's say Itasha Coffee, I would want to know, not only just like Scylla, where is your coffee coming from? Is it ethically sourced? And do you offer options for single source origin? Because I would want my coffee blend, if I ever worked with them, to be the same every single time. It's the best way to get as much control over quality as possible. Is it possible to get it from a single source? And me, of course, as a Peruvian, I would absolutely love to get coffee from Peru, where it's like, not only is, am I Peruvian, but my specialty coffee is Peruvian grown. It is grown in Peru. It is coming from Peru. Is that possible? I don't fucking know. Again, I haven't looked into Itasha Coffee, but if they ever wanted to work with me or I ever approached them, I would ask them these questions. I've been enjoying the brand kicking horse. The brand kicking horse? What do you mean by that? What dash push me? What that mean? What that mean? It hasn't hit yet. I don't remember when I took the weed. When did I take it? I say it hasn't hit yet, and watch, it's gonna start hitting now that I say that. But, not the weed. It's a decent coffee brand. Oh no. Again, we'd have to see. I've never tried their coffee. I think I remember looking at their website and being like, where does your coffee come from? Is it ethically sourced? And I don't think it said anything. And again, one of the reasons I haven't looked into them versus like GG Sups or things like that is mostly for the fact that it doesn't say that sort of stuff, and I in particular would want to know. So let's see. So they've got coffee collabs, so you can collaborate with them. So they have flavors. They have Barely Awake collab, Utterly Delicious S'more collab with Mocha Latte, Made for You with Kuromiya Lucian. I think that person sounds familiar. I don't know like half of these people. Camila Bombette, Kona Bay, Bibli Darling. I don't know any of these people. Podkin. I've heard of Podkin. Which company is this? Hold on, let me put the website in chat. It's Itasha Coffee, so they collaborate with VTubers and they offer coffee roasts. And I guess if you collaborate with them, you can make like your own blend of coffee. So like whoever this mocha latte, this VTuber called Utterly Delicious, or no, Mocha Latte is the name of the VTuber. It's a medium roast, a flavored brand. It's ground, so it's not whole bean. It's honey. Oh, did I press a button? I think I accidentally pressed the button. 1 second. No, I didn't. Okay. It's honey, chocolate, and vanilla. Yeah, available in whole bean or ground. I would probably want to offer a whole bean, just so that if you're already a coffee connoisseur, giving them whole bean allows you to kind of be able to grind to your preference. Goblin D's nuts, toasty, caramelized, nutty, bourbon pecan, coffee club. So then you can subscribe for $40 a month, and I guess get different coffees. There's sampler bundles, blueberries and cream, raspberries and cream. FAQ. Where do you source your coffee? All of our coffee, unless otherwise stated, is sourced from various regions of South America. We do our best to provide a consistently high-quality experience while still maintaining an eco-friendly supply. And then how do you flavor your coffees? We use naturally flavored oil. Add to our coffee beans. We use naturally flavored oil, add to our coffee beans, and are proud of our environmentally friendly roasting and flavoring. And then the flavoring doesn't add any calories. Does your coffee contain nuts, dairy, or gluten? Not directly. And then, yeah, you can sample. Let's see. Where do you base and ship from? They're based in Chicago, Illinois. Creators of all types are encouraged to apply, including VTubers, 18+ creators, and artists. And then you start as an affiliate, and then I guess you later move on to being a partner. Do affiliates get their own flavor? We periodically open affiliate opportunities for creators invested in developing free custom coffee flavors in collaboration with us. From the roast to flavor profile to the artwork and design. Yeah. Oh, can I work with other brands while being an affiliate of Itasha Coffee? Itasha Coffee's affiliate program includes an exclusivity clause to protect the integrity of our brand and our partners. This clause applies specifically to caffeinated beverages that directly compete with our core offerings, which includes other coffee companies. However, brands that offer energy supplement powders, such as gamer-focused drinks, are not considered competitors and are permitted under our guidelines. Okay. So if you work with Itasha Coffee, you could also work with Rogue Energy, Ghost Energy, G Fuel, or Gamer Subs. So you can have both. So that's good to know. That's actually really good to know. Because then if I wanted to, I could not only work with Itasha in this hypothetical, but then I could also hopefully, it's a long shot, but also be like, and if you don't like coffee, you can use the code Gamer Subs and shit like that, you know? Because again, some people enjoy coffee. Toasted. So right now we've got here one of the ones that they've got sweet almond vanilla, honey chocolate vanilla, So bear claw, s'more, lavender latte, creamy, floral, and welcoming, ube, sweet, creamy, and earthy, toasted coconut, banana nut bread, caramel macchiato, bourbon pecan, tiramisu. What else? Maple. And then cinnamon spice, raspberries and cream, Irish cream, snickerdoodle, blueberries and cream, and then there's an espresso blend and a house blend. I'm thinking if I ever made a blend with them, I like the idea of I like the idea of my brain. I would probably want to stay away from a berry. I would probably enough. I might actually go with a dark cherry chocolate. Or a dark cherry vanilla. See, I'm curious if you could do a coffee without flavoring and just getting the notes from the actual beans. They do have a house blend that just has the profile chocolatey, nutty, woody, and then an espresso blend, which is oaky, dark chocolate caramel. I don't know if they actually put blends in that. Yeah, they've got classic blend, and then everything else is a flavored blend. But see, I don't know. That's a really good question. That is a very good question. So I genuinely wonder what, I genuinely wonder what would work out, you know? But, it would be interesting to see. I like flavored coffee blends because mostly when it comes to the notes, you mostly only just smell them. I don't normally taste them, although I think with you probably taste them a little bit more than I do, because I also add like creamer and stuff to my coffee, so that probably also affects the flavor. I know you like yours black. Yeah, the taste is so potent. Yeah, I'd have to see, because I also don't know if I've ever tried any flavored blends, as opposed to like the coffee has these notes. So that would be a question worth asking them, actually, if you ever considered looking into them. Where it's just like I just want like a normal blend. That sort of stuff. They're already sourcing their coffee from South America, so I wonder if single source origin would be possible. I wonder if that could be something that you can do. Or if that would be asking for too much. Because my only guess is if they're offering flavored coffees, it's because everyone is kind of the same blend. We'd have to ask those questions. We'd have to ask those questions. At that point, I wouldn't know. And unfortunately, their FAQ does not say enough. But I know Bard works with them and has a coupon code with them. But I know that if I ever wanted to work with them, they wouldn't be the only one I'm working with. At that point, I would probably want to work with GG Subs. But I think, unfortunately, at the moment, their applications are closed. And I think they've been closed for a while. Because, unfortunately, a lot of people want to work with them, so there you go. Or I think they only approach people now. Like, I think the only reason Deco has a thing with G Fuel is because you were able to apply at that time. But I think it'd be pretty cool to work with gamer subs. I think that'd be pretty neat. Because again, it's like with coffee, you have to go through the whole thing of like making it. And then yeah, I would want it in whole bean and grind it myself. I still have a lot of coffee beans from like when my friend came to visit and she wanted a bag. And then she was like, I don't want this entire bag, so here's half of it. And I'm like, no. Like I bought a coffee grinder and it's still in the box. Because I've just been kind of chilling out on the coffee. But yeah. I wonder. I guess it would probably be a little bit harder. But is there a company that's working with like teas? Like, not specific, it doesn't have to be like VTuber teas. But let's look anyway. Tea tubers, VTuber tea blends. Tea tubers, VTuber community. Assam melody, butterscotch, spiced apple chai. Adagio teas. I have never heard of them. Starter teas. Blends. Fandom blends. Doctor Who. Genshin Impact. The All Souls. Nightmare Before Christmas. You Were the Sun and I was crashing into you. Magic potions. That looks like Harry Potter text, but not Harry Potter. Melanie Martinez. Medovic, hello, hello. Again, more Doctor Who. The Inquisition. The Gray Man. Huh. Magical tea. More Doctor Who. Anime manga. Full Metal Alchemist. Bakano, Evangelion, Ace Attorney, Madoka. Oh, but it's like collections made by other people. By Paige, Halsey Warren, Nagisa Sayaka, Madoka. What's it? What's the blend? Cherry green, Calypso green. Honeybush, vanilla, rooibos, lemon cloud. Verdante, for a spice. Blood orange, sour apple. Gunpowder, apricot green. Mommy. Okay, so these are blends made by like fans. Oh, this is based on Rosen Maiden. Assam Melody, Summer Rose, Vanilla Oolong. What are you talking about? We're talking about VTuber teas. Or just VTuber themed drinks in general. And I just kind of found just kind of silly ones. Ruby. No. Sailor Moon. Yeah, these are just like fandom made blends. But can you actually buy them? Oh wow, you can. Raspberry green, vanilla green, mango green. Oh. Interesting. Genshin tea. For Genshin Impact fans, not officially licensed, all rights reserved. But they had a vanilla butterscotch chamomile. Interesting. Who's in the background coughing? My partner. He's just... It's been kind of hazy due to wildfires, so there's gonna be little coughs on the side. Tea sugar. Oh. Is there a Genshin Impact flavor just called drama? No. Join the VTuber community. Blends featured here are made public with the permission of their... I don't know who this is. But they also made Genshin teas. VTuber, indie VTuber, T-tuber. Interesting. No VTuber teas. Again, I feel like VTuber tea would probably be a little bit harder because of like the ingredients that would go into it. Isekai cafe, VTuber snacks and teas, anime VTuber inspired treats. So they've got some. Vmoe, Maid Cafe. Never heard of these. There's like nothing here. Especially the olden-ish anime they had on there. Yeah, it seems like it was, again, it was made by fans for fans. Yeah, there are some places that I've been trying, but they barely exist. Barely. Barely. But yeah. Heckin'...
Oh, the bread is here!
Dirt
Can you
dick
believe
butt.
it? They were just
Thank
about
you
to
for
throw
the
all
sub.
this away. What a waste.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy your time here. But yeah. I think, goodbye. Yeah, hello. Or goodbye. It still hasn't hit yet. When did I take it? When did I take the weed? It hasn't hit yet. It hasn't hit yet. I'm not even like hyper focused or anything. It just hasn't hit yet. You smoke? No. I took a chocolate. I took an edible almost an hour ago. Okay, any minute now. Any minute now. But yeah, no, we don't smoke. We just we occasionally take an edible. It helps with relaxing from anxiety. It helps with pain management because sometimes I have pains from like my back, or in this case, I'm doing like I'm on wrist rest right now, so it helps kind of numb that pain. So yeah, it's just THC in like a piece of chocolate and things like that, and that kind of stuff. But we're doing it safe, no worries. Which we didn't ship. Again, it'll probably hit any minute. It's just a matter of time. I just can't remember when I took it. Safe? Yeah, safe. I'm in Canada, so it's regulated. And if you go to a government-run dispensary, you can get products, whether it's to smoke or to vaporize or an edible or a drinkable, and it's all safe. Excuse me, I'm a lady. Good stuff. I know the States sometimes doesn't like them and sees it as a no-no. Sees it as a no-no. But I'm not in the state. So it's okay. Never understood why anyone would take weed. I just explained it to you. It helps with my pain. Like, I'll entertain you. So, I have side effects? No. Actually, no. Like, obviously, you get high and you get a little loopy because you're high. It's kind of like when you take, like, it's kind of like when you go to the hospital and they, like, put you under, like, anesthesia or morphine to, like, numb pain. So no real side effects afterwards. After everything goes down, yeah, sometimes you get the munchies. Yeah, sometimes you're a little hungry. Sometimes you're a little sleepy. But it's genuinely just usually like a light, fluffy feeling. And then when it goes away, unless you went excessively, you might be a little bit like hungover, kind of like when you drink. But afterwards, you're fine and you're a functioning human being again, talking to you like right now. Like, as long as people are doing it in moderation and responsibly, you know, knowing their tolerances within their means, you know, everybody's safe. Light brain fog, yeah, sometimes a little brain foggy, but as long as everyone's doing it safe and in moderation, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Of course, be of age. Like, you know, you don't want to be too young and take it. That's not good for you either. But yeah. That too. It also helps with anxiety when you're someone who it feels like who feels shaky and like mentally like in the zoomies. Good for insomnia too. It relaxes you, again, makes you sleepy. It chills you out. So sometimes it can be the difference between having a panic attack and just smooth, you know? Smooth. So yeah. There are many reasons why people would take would take like THC and stuff like that. In my case, I personally wouldn't want to smoke it. I do not like the smell of weed smoke. It is disgusting. It reeks. So I personally wouldn't smoke it. Which is why I'm fine with edibles. I find edibles as well, it's easy to know exactly how much I'm taking. I'm someone who doesn't want to be in the dark of did I take too much or did I take too little? So knowing exactly that this one, you know, inch by inch square has this much and that means I'm gonna be out for this much time, great. It's great. But I always worry with like if I ever decided to try to vape it or smoke it, what is like, how do I know I've had enough? You know? So I find an edible is a good way to just one and done it. And usually don't have an issue the next morning. I think I dropped something on the floor. What's that? I usually find the brain fogginess doesn't last long if it ever happens. How often do you take it? Ooh, excuse me. So in my case, the last time I took an edible was back in June, actually. I took one in June. Was it June? No, not in June. I had the funny gummy challenge, which was just before leaving for the wedding. So late. When did I have the funny gummy? I would probably say maybe once every 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe once every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm trying to think. When did I have the... Actually, hold on. So, let me see. Funny gummy. A month ago. So I took the funny gummy challenge in the beginning of August. So yeah, it's been a month. So about once or twice a month. Excuse me. One of the reasons I don't do it very often is because I don't want to like be dependent on it. I don't want it to be something I turn to every time I am in pain, or every time I'm maybe a little bit sad and need like a pick-me-up or things like that. But that's me personally. I don't want to feel like I need something to function, or that I can't like kind of power through uncomfortable feelings like back pain and things like that. I like kind of being in control of more or less as much as I can what's going on with my body. So not very often, essentially, is how often I take it. Not very. Not very. We have we know people that take at least like once or twice a week, and I couldn't do that. Mostly because I worry about like, what if that's the day where like it hits harder than normal, and then I end up brain foggy in the morning and I can't get out of bed, and then I miss a day of work and things like that. So I tend to only ever take stuff during the weekends where I know we're gonna generally be okay, you know? Ooh. Oh. It hasn't hit yet. I still feel pretty damn cognizant. But I can feel something in my throat that is definitely reminiscent of it being starting to hit. So any minute now. Any minute now. I like how, like, when I'm vibing, it looks like Bernard's vibing too. Oh my god. I don't know. I wonder if I would have to turn off the chill tunes. IDK, I wouldn't take it personally, but that's just me. And there you go. That's just you. At the end of the day, do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt nobody. If you ever choose to dabble in THC, whether it be smoking, like smoking weed, or taking an edible, first off, get it at a dispensary that is regulated so that you know that you are getting something safe and clean. Second, start small and work your way up. I unfortunately know too many. Is yours organic? That's a great question. All I know is that I got it from a dispensary. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna put just is cannabis from Canada organic? Because it's not it says here,
The bread is here! Can you believe it? They were just about to throw all this away. What a waste.
Heckin' Prudential Tower, thank you for the sub to Varendell. Thank you, thank you. Oh, whoops. I accidentally pressed I am legal. What does organic really mean in Canadian cannabis? The term organic carries a lot of weight in the food and agricultural industries. When it comes to this, it's not straightforward. Fall under yet to receive. Hard to say. Mine probably isn't. But all organic means is that it wasn't really like sprayed with pesticides and stuff. Which I don't know if you have to worry about pests with cannabis. Give me a moment, okay? One sec. I'm gonna do a quick BRB screen. And I'll probably run some ads at the same time just to get them out of the way since we're getting close. But I'll be right back. B. Heckin'. It brought me back here because of how I have things. I just want to be here. Yeah. Also means it wasn't directly sprayed. It oh wait, I missed a bit of chat. Oh, okay. How has it been possible for extracts to be organic? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. It probably isn't, but again, it doesn't really say it outright on labeling, so. Finished latest chibi? Oh. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. That's true, but still better than conventional. I mean, I don't know. Like, again, when it comes to these sorts of things, it mostly just means if it was sprayed with pesticide or not. And in the case of THC, it's like, it's an extract. It's not used, it's like, it's... Extracts have to be extracted somehow, and that process is going to, like, I don't think the organicness has anything to do with that. Like, when I'm hearing Medovic with the thing with organic and not organic, you're like, yeah, it might all be a marketing ploy to make people think that anything that isn't organic is bad, but it's still better, it's still better than conventional. Like, so like you're agreeing that it's probably a scam anyway. But that's okay because it makes you feel better. I don't understand. No. It's probably literally no difference because it's about the extract, not the thing in and of itself. I guess, if that makes sense. Still hasn't hit yet. Still hasn't hit. You're paying more for the mental gymnastics the companies are running you through. Exactly. Like, I understand, like, non-GMO. You don't want any genetically modified, you know, things. Or, yeah, exactly. Differences between organic and ethically sourced. Yeah, and it could be, you could be confusing, whether it's organic or not versus how it's sourced. That might make things a bit confusing. GMOs are also fine and beneficial most of the time. Well, the thing is that, like, a lot of the fruits and vegetables we eat are a result of generations of crossbreeding and controlled breeding in general with crops. And that is in and of itself a way of modifying things genetically. So there's technically no such thing as a non-GMO. Because the way we eat our bananas, the way we eat watermelons, the way certain, like, broccoli, asparagus, and Brussels sprouts, and I think, like, it's all through specific genetic cropping that we have the fruits and vegetables that we have. Oh, non-GMOs, also marketing flow. GMOs are overwhelmingly harmless and actively beneficial. Sucks for the plants, but good for us. We've turned so many plants into pugs. So many. Yeah. But it mostly means be said. Again, like, when people are like, is it non-GMO? It's like, everything's a GMO, ma'am. Like, no one cares. When it comes to, like, people being like, is your coffee organic? Like, one of my coffee blends was. It was organic, you know, single-sourced, origin, ethically sourced coffee. Definitely more expensive to have the funny buzzwords in there. I'm not sure how true it is, but I heard we made lemons. Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah. Lemons aren't natural. Lemons aren't natural. They're like a weird liger of, like, fruits and shit. And how every banana is a clone. Every banana is a clone. Every banana is genetically the exact same as the other banana. As another banana. The yes and no on that one? Oh, there's more complicated things. The banana one is hilarious. I love the banana one. That's my favorite fun fact about the banana. And the fact that the flavoring that we associate as like artificial banana flavor, that is the closest thing we have left of the previous banana crop that used to be everywhere before the current banana that we have. The reason we have our current banana as we know them is because a long time ago, the previous chosen banana thread got fucking wiped out by a fungus. So they were like, well, we have this other type of banana that's pretty okay. It's pretty close. Do you guys want that one now? And they're like, fucking sure. like that banana, banana Laffy Taffy, or those Wonka nerds, or those Wonka like banana shaped fruit shaped things. What are they called? Like what are they called? Like sillies or something? What are they called? They're not called nerds. That's the other thing. Runts? Yeah, runts. There we go. The banana runt. That is flavors like that are very close to what like the OG banana was. The people's banana. That's what like the like before the boomers banana. That's what bananas used to taste like. And I think recently they've been trying to like fuck more with bananas because they found a fungus that could wipe out our current banana, and they were like, we gotta do some shit with this banana so that it has resistance. And they're using that to also find a way to make them also a sweeter banana, similar to, it was called the Gros Michel, the previous banana lord. They're trying to now come closer to his former visage, so that we can enjoy the OG banana. I've always loved banana flavored candy, so like fuck yeah, bro. Let's bring that bitch back. That bitch was delicious. Lemons are a hybrid plant that we found in the wilds of northeastern India. People then decided to cultivate them on purpose, and those are lemons. Oh. I can feel it's any fucking minute now. I feel like I'll probably be wrapping up pretty soon. And it might, funnily enough, be before it hits, which is really, really funny. But I wasn't planning on super streaming super long anyway. So then being able to wrap up stream and then freaking just be a noodle in my bed, I'm actually like, I'm kind of fucking down. In conclusion, life didn't give us lemons. We made our own lemons. When life doesn't give you lemons, go make your own. You know something else I want to consider getting into? I kind of want to consider it, but I know that I'd have to work with like my Live 2D rigger. I'd have to work with Roxo to make that work, and even then I have no idea. I'd have to ask some questions like I did with Annie Live a long time ago. I had like a whole interview with them and talked with them. I'm thinking of Irium, where it's essentially like VTuber TikTok. It's actually been for a lot longer in Japan, and there's an English version. That was something I was thinking about, Irium. And depending on how that works, which if it works like Annie Live claimed to work, in terms of like, you just take your phone and start streaming, I think that'd be really cool. Like, unfortunately, it means that you would have to have the app to watch like those specific streams, which would just be like no different from like a TikTok live. But like, if I ever somehow got in with them, that would be a more casual thing. I could literally be just laying in bed and I could be streaming. I think that's actually really cool. And a nice way to like get in more super cash streams, like super cash streams. But you would have to have the app for it. You would need the app. I think right now though, I think it's only on Apple devices, which I mean, I have an iPhone. That's how I'm doing this right now. So it's possible, but like, oh my God. Low key, I want to like, I'm really curious about it because again, I would love to be able to like, oh, freaking, I'm gonna be somewhere. Heckin', I've got like a night in a hotel that I've got nothing to do in. Like, hell yeah, freaking bust out this phone and have like a just chatting stream through like Irium if I ever got into that. Hi Koju, how we doing? Mwah, how are you? I took an edible chocolate. It hasn't hit yet, but I can, again, any minute now. I feel it. I feel it kind of like the symptoms of high imminent. Like any minute now. Any minute now, guys. Any minute now. But I'm gonna be relatively wrapping up soon. And then just chill vibing for the night. I will be in the usual corner, so I guess if you want to experience me zooted, you can go there, but I don't know. I feel like this is gonna be a very, very lax high, simply because it's taken a while to hit. You're resisting the urge to type nightmare over and over and over and over. I feel like you're referencing something, bud, but I have no idea. No idea what you're referencing. Neat though. Also, Koju, do you have a plushie of you and do you want to be on the shelf? If you do, send me one. Send me a plush of you. Send me, if you have art of you as a plush and you want to be on the shelf here with Din, do that and send it to me. So I can put you on the shelf here. I've got to look through my DMs to see if anybody has sent me like any like plushes of them so that I can put you guys on a shelf. It is a very bare shelf. It is a very bare shelf. It is a very bare shelf. I was also planning on I have plans for this shelf, but it's more so of when we have like achievements, like what I would want to do. For example, if I ever partnered with Itasha Coffee, I would have like a coffee mug on this that says like the sponsor. If we ever worked with Gigi Subs, I would get like a cup and I would have that. And then yeah, the friend plush shelf, but also like the achievement shelf and things like that. Just to be like, look at this little thing here. It's on my shelf because I did it. You know? A squeaky. If you had an item you'd have to represent yourself in a magic shop, what would it be? Oh. Would it be? I mean, wait. I have this. I have this. So this. So like this. Ooh, send me that. The transparent if possible. I think I can do something. I think I can do something. Hold on. I'd have to get back to you on that. But I could send you Huh? Are we getting a raid? Nixua with a raid? Hello, hello. We're gonna be wrapping up in a teeny bit. Let's see, where's Koju? Where's Koju? Go to where it's easier to find Koju. There we go. Let's see. Oh, that's the context. Okay. Wonder how easy it is to 3D model? Hey. Okay, one moment. One moment. It's like I'm looking for something, but it's hitting. You gotta give me a sec. That's one thing. I can also, there's also, where's Hana-Q? There's also the super version that I don't have on hand right now. But like, that's not what I wanted. Like this, like, I'll have to, I need to go into my PNG to do that. But yeah, thank you for the raid, Nixua. Lovely to see you. Sorry, I'm getting a little zooted. What am I looking for? Yes. Oh yeah, it's hitting. Yeah, this version, you'd have to like Photoshop my hand off, so I'll get back to you on that, Koju. I'll get back to you on that. Yeah, cause Koju, cause the super version is for that design. But yeah, okay. I mean, I can draw. I'll just doodle it in the back. Okay, were you just asking when you, because if you mean the transparent with possible, I just need a sec that's not on stream. Which I could get it to you relatively soon. Don't worry. But yeah, I've got this. I have this. I don't know if I like took off my cape by accident and never put it back on. Yeah, my cape was gone for a second there. There we go. I was like, God, it's hard to see sometimes. All right. Okay. I think she's hitting. So I think it's a good time to start actually wrapping up. So we are going to see if there's anybody we can pass a raid to. Okay, never mind, I guess. Never mind. There's no one to raid. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna get Koju's reference. Tomorrow, we might have another chill vibe stream. Again, wrist rest. I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Because I had the funny idea when I was gonna do it before I decided no, it might be too late for that sort of stuff. I think tomorrow I want to bust out the binaural microphone again. I think I want to do an ASMR stream tomorrow, guys. I just want to have a super cash ASMR stream. I think I want to do that. with this music going on too, to see how it is. I might want to do that. I'm not gonna do it tonight because again, it's late, and I don't want this to go too long. But I think tomorrow, I want to play with the binaural microphone tomorrow. I think that'll be something fun to do that doesn't rely on my wrist. So thank you so much for spending time with me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being for these little chill vibe streams. I've been having a lot of fun with them. It's a nice little thing to have, and I think what makes me really happy to see is that even when I'm unable to like play games and stuff, that you guys are still willing to hang out with me. That makes me really happy. So thank you so much, guys. I will see you all maybe tomorrow in the earlier half of the day. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.